Okay, Erica, after our false start, I feel like we're playing the U of U football game right now.
Yeah,
Although
right.
you have this Utah
Well,
State.
it's the other blue. This is the right color of blue, if you ask me.
All right.
Okay, anyway, yeah, Regan and I wanted to demonstrate for you how to wrap something with burlap for the winter. Typically, this is done for upright shrubs that can have snow weight damage over the winter. And most of the time, that includes junipers and specifically arborvitae. They tend to have some serious issues if they have snow load. And I'm just going to demonstrate really quickly what I'm talking about with snow load. Snow load is like if we get a really heavy snow and this branch gets more and more and more and more snow on it, and then eventually this branch either breaks or it gets super cold and it freezes and in a damaged, unsightly position. And it's not very easy to fix this after the fact. It's a lot easier to prevent it from happening. So what you would want to do on these upright shrubs is support them with a burlap wrap. They do also sell things like burlap sheets or bags, which aren't necessary. If this is what you can find, this is great. These burlap rolls are usually available in 2-inch thickness and also 4-inch thickness, depending on the size of the shrub you have and how much support you want to give. But for the demonstration, at least, with a shrub that's only as tall as I am, we're just going to use the 2-inch wrap. And everything I've ever been told says start at the bottom. So all you would want to do is take this and just simply come to the bottom of the trunk on whatever it is. You feed it around, and then you just tie this to itself. You don't need anything fancy. And again, you're not doing this really for more than just avoiding snow load. So this wrap doesn't need to be very tight around the tree. It should not be too tight because you don't want to do any damage from the wrap itself. And then you basically just start walking.
So it's like a Mayday pole.
Yep, that's a really good way of describing it. I like the sort of rule of thumb that the distance between each one of these circles is 1 to 2 times as far apart as the burlap is wide. So if this is a 2-inch wide burlap roll, I would have the distance between these be anywhere between 2 and 4 inches apart. So I'm just going to kind of eyeball this, and I'll have a better example of it when I get back around to the other side. So I think we're pretty good on demonstrating that 4-inch gap right here. And I'm not going very tight against the shrub, just enough that if there was some snow load on it, that it wouldn't be able to pull any of these branch tips downward. You're just supporting it. And when you get towards the end of it, I don't know, this is a really quick wrap. But when you get to the end and you have your scissors handy, then all you do is just like at the bottom, you would just cut this and tie it to itself. So I'm going to get my knife out really quick, if I had one. And then you would feed this through and just tie it to itself up here. You don't need anything complicated, just something that's going to make it through the winter. I'll come back and fix this later, but that gives you a good example of how to tie it to itself.
Yeah.
And that is a somewhat successfully wrapped upright juniper for the winter. And
You did great.
Thanks. This prevents any of those branch tips from being able to be dragged downward with snow load. And it doesn't have anything to do with the temperature of the snow. It just has to do with the weight of the snow. So all you're doing is just giving a little extra support, keeping those shrubs looking nice for the following seasons.
Beautiful.
Yeah, so that's that. That's how to wrap a shrub. All right. Have a good one. Thank you.